What is it that's guiding and governing your life? When you look at the text, it tells me that Ezekiel sits down and identifies who is Lord in his life. Who is the one that's really driving it, and what is really driving your life? What is it that really is compelling? Because if you're getting up every day and the bill collectors are telling you, and your bills are driving you, and other folks are directing you, that means that they are now Lord over your life. But if you begin to understand that God has created you and there's a purpose for your life, and if you're going to get in alignment with that purpose, then you begin to understand God is really in charge of your life. Is it fear? Is it insecurities? Is it uncertainty? What is it that's driving your life? That's Lord of your life. The first thing he understands is my situations and my circumstances, they aren't going to drive me. I am going to get a clear picture of who God is and what God is calling me to do. Look at the second one. The word of the Lord came to me, mortal, say to it. Say to what? Say to it. What do you mean say to it? You got to understand that there are a lot of gods in our lives. There are a lot of lords that's driving us. But if you begin to get a clear picture of who this God that created you has created you to be, not to do, but to be. If you can get a clear picture that God has created me to be, and to be this, when those situations and circumstances come up, the to be that the God has called you will cause you to speak to whatever that situation is, and that situation loses power over you. It no longer governs you or guides you. Fear won't govern and guide you. Your situation or circumstances lose power because the God who has shaped you to be, and that be drives you. Text.
All right.
You are a land that is not cleansed, not rained upon in the day of indignation. This has been a challenge in the text. See, most of the time that we start talking about, particularly in our 21st century, whenever we start talking about rain, all we want to talk about is prosperity. All we want to talk about is wind, rain. And there are some concepts in the Hebrew Bible that talk about concepts of rain and blessing. No ifs, ands, buts about it. But Ezekiel is talking about a rain that must come in order to cleanse you so that you can be repositioned. Because if God don't clean you, you're going to end up repeating whatever it was that you're doing and going to end up in the same condition that God is trying to free you from. So this rain is not going to be that kind of rain that just gives a little washing. It's going to purge you and purify you to the point that whatever was governing you no longer is controlling you.